Ah, ah, ah. Good morning. Random passerby. Good morning, Lexa Fate. Thank you for calling me Maple. Good morning, Fisty. Good morning, Aspect 345. What? Good morning, K-Card 2. Good morning, Exorcip. Good morning, the Consultant 427. Good morning, LDGDX. How are you? Morning, success. Is it the weekend already? Konnichi, what's up? Commanding Sheeple. Commanding Coronium. Okay, thank you for swinging by even if you can't stay. I appreciate it. Commanding Code Talker. Commanding Caleb Inferno. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, hi, hi. Commanding Master Protos, thank you for welcoming me to the stream. And commanding Oni-chan, you're late and gay. Or did I catch you at a bad time? Nice title, Moonson. Hitting the gym? Nope. I was just listening to some Korean rap because for some reason I can't seem to figure out. I don't know the origin of this story. I think it's my own fault. But somewhere along this line, I committed to writing a rap of my own. And I don't know why I made this choice because I have a lot of regrets about it. I have so yeah, I've been listening to more of my favorite rappers, and there's a song by Loopy and Nafla or Flex. So yeah. I also listened to Doran rapping again. Man, oh, my feelings towards Doran helps me explain how some Moonies might feel about me, although I think it's different. I think Doran is genuinely cute. He's adorable. It's really funny. If you get the chance to listen to him rap, it's a blessing. Ah, I like it so much. Commander Rainy Danny Zero. Have you thought of a rapper named Persona? Ah, Mrs. Cripson. One of those days you'll get the Renly files. No, you won't. Renly Noon. Commanding accent geek, by the way. I'm not cute. I'm a gamer. That's funny, Fisty. I don't think he would deny it. He doesn't seem like the type. He's not as antagonistic as me. He's doing his own thing, and I appreciate him for that. He'll sing to his heart's content, even when it's off key, out of tune. Moon just wants to say the N word on stream and claim it's okay because it's from a rap. Neko? Are you referring to the word Neko? Oni-chan? What N word? Oh, nya. I see. Fishy. Nya, that word. Ah. Nurse. Oh. The slur for black cat. Ah. Kuroneko? Nuclear. Oh, that N word. You know, the end of humanity. Commanding Lethal Cade. Thank you for calling me mom. I think, I don't think I'm ever gonna have kids. I don't think I will ever have children, rather. Um, I had a really terrible day today. And, you know, in light of the anime of the day, I don't know if I should call it terrible, or if maybe I shouldn't call it terrible and I should just impart the facts of what actually happened. Good morning, Kaden. Good morning, Tarsol. Today I got very, 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 very little sleep again. And then there was just so much noise. And in addition to that, when it's finally quiet, when it's finally peaceful and quiet, so that I can hear my own thoughts and focus on, focus on thinking, I'm overcome by tiredness. I'm so sleepy from being kind of being awakened many times and then, giving up and um, yeah, now. So I want to say to the hours between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m., I'm sorry and I miss you. And I bet you're super lovely. And it's a shame that I had to spend that time sleeping. I would have rather spend that time doing things. How was vacation a pain? um, you were in physical pain? I hope you feel better. Hey man in Bilk Blick again, how are you? Exhaustion can be caused by depression. Okay, but then where did the depression come from? I was thinking about it a lot yesterday, and I'm trying to figure out if it's just me. Like, why am I whining? Is it just me? Like, why do I feel so miserable about this? And it turns out it's not really just me. It seems that humans, for the most part, don't prefer to be interrupted. Most humans find interruptions unpleasant, especially when they're engaging in an activity that requires attention or focus, um, something that involves a lot of thinking or complexity, because there's two resets. It's the stealing of attention and focus from whatever task you are attending to, and then stealing more time as you get reacclimated to what you were distracted from. And one having it happen once is one thing, but when it happens over and over and over again, I think it's quite normal to feel upset by that. And yeah, silence or the absence of interruption is more conducive to mental clarity and the kind of work that I want to do. So Incelsaurus was picking on me yesterday for not getting a job again. And it's not that I don't want to work, it's that I want to be a business owner, right? I want to own my own business. I do technically on paper, but I don't consider it a real business until I'm out of the red, until I've become profitable. I don't know if that's a fair way to look at things, but until I reach profitability, and I'm not talking about missusmoonson, I'm talking about some other things. But anyway, and if anyone in the chat is a business owner themselves, they probably know it requires some amount of organization and thinking and planning. And so to be fair, there are tasks that are conducive to being constantly interrupted, and the irony of it is that, like Incelsaurus suggests, if I got a job like in a factory or something, doing a lot of rote mechanical work that's repetitive, then yes, I could tolerate distraction and interruption, because it turns out that we're pretty good at doing those kinds of things. There are certain types of physical tasks like doing laundry or driving somewhere or whatever that can which I don't recommend. I'm not recommending distracted driving. I just mean that we seem to be able to tolerate limited amounts of like interruptions during those activities. And on the other hand, when you're trying to solve a problem, the same kind of interruption can derail the whole problem solving process. Good morning, Ryu 137. Had to learn to be okay with being interrupted, or at least hide my displeasure. That's sweet of you. Yeah, and I think that process of learning to either be okay with it or hiding the displeasure is self-gaslighting, and I feel a lot of contempt around that, but it seems like so much of being considered a well-adjusted adult is like tempering yourself and yeah, and lying to yourself. Lying to yourself until you believe it, or lying to yourself until you physically change your mind or something. But um yeah. Now, there are times where you may have to train under the pressure of or not like train under the pressure of being interrupted. But again, even in those cases, a lot of your training would be done free of interruption in order to like compensate for when there's chaos. What I'm thinking of right now is like if you're a surgeon, let's say you're like a surgeon or like some sort of like military medic type of thing where you know, ideally, right? Ideally in the OR, you have pretty much entire silence and quiet, or whatever the main surgeon prefers, whatever they prefer. If they prefer like certain types of music or something like that, the environment would be set around them to maximize their ability to focus. And if like assistants or nurses are being super chatty or something like that, I would assume that it's well within the right of the surgeon to say, "Shut up, I need to focus." Right? But again, if I bring up the setting of war, you may have these like unpredictabilities, right? Like a bomb going off or a sudden rush where a lot of people have been harmed, and there's like there's chaos and noise. The the years and years of training and practice in relative silence prepares one for that chaotic environment, I think. I think if the entirety of the physician's training was done under chaos, nothing like there, it just wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't be, right? There has to be some sort of semblance of balance, I suppose. I don't know if it's true, but that would be my guess. Okay. Sleeping is a scam. I'm forced to spend a third of my life doing nothing. Why? I already do enough of that voluntarily. Well, sleep isn't doing nothing. Sleep is consolidating memory, clearing out systems in your body like toxins or whatever. There's like sleep is Yeah. Sleep is important. Another way to, I know it can feel like a scam because maybe you would rather not sleep and spend more of your time awake doing things. But another way I think about it is like, we're not the only animals that do it. No? Most animals, question mark, sleep at least some of the time. So, no, it's like biology's quirk or something. Give me any alpha man. Work is my worst distraction. I wish I was allowed to work my 45 hours in 3 or 4 days. That would be cool. That would be cool. I deal in technical analysis. When you own a business, it's not all green days. What do you mean, Bilk Blick? Can you explain that a little bit more? I don't know where I said it was all green days. Are you talking about oh, you're talking about because I said I'm in the red still. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that it's not all green days. I just mean that like to feel legitimate as a business owner, to introduce myself. I don't want to talk to anyone or introduce myself to anyone, but just like as an argument, right? I feel like yeah, I don't feel like a real business owner until I start, hitting sustainability, profitability. Meow, meow, meow. Good morning, good maxing bot. So, meow, meow, meow. There's lock-in tasks and non-lock-in tasks. That's another way of saying it. My job is 90% interruptions lately. It can be maddening. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm watching the stream while driving right now. That's a lot of work. And typing in the chat success. Don't do that. I don't remember what I said the consultant for 27, but maybe lying to myself is one of my favorite pastimes. That's cute. That's really cute. Ah, ah. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. I'm taking a look at chat. Misty says, just laying there relaxing, even when not sleeping is healthy, mental decompression and such. Thank you. Yes, I absolutely agree. And I feel like it's a life hack that I've rediscovered recently. Um, where like I feel like all of the anxiety and stress and bad feelings that I experience um drive me to seek pleasure, right? And quick pleasure, dopamine, right? Listen to a podcast, read a book, talk to someone on Discord, do this, do that, like watch a video, watch anime, to constantly like fill my brain. And lately I've given myself permission um when I'm feeling this like sense of disarray, instead of trying to fill the gaps with something, I could just lay down. Um, even if I can't sleep, just laying down can be good. Um, meow, meow, meow. You need to know when to let a business go down. All that matters is that you made a profit. Guess so. Um, no, only 10. I don't want to keep Discord kittens hostage in my basement as a business. That sounds terrible. I honestly, I don't want to use Discord ever again. I want to stop using Discord. Um, yes, you can decompress lethal Kate. So the other reason I remembered this is I used to do yoga. I used to do yoga. Ouch. Regularly. Like I went to classes and stuff. I really liked it. And there was one class in particular. I think I'm still in love with that yoga teacher. She was just it was like if you could package the ultimate relaxation and cram it into 50 minutes. That's what her class was like for me. Name I won't tell you her name. But anyway, I was thinking about that and I was like, okay, what was my favorite part of the class? And honestly, just like laying on the floor, laying on the floor on my yoga mat or on a yoga mat with a block or on a yoga mat with a tennis ball between my shoulder blades or laying in a hammock in the for aerial. All of those things were like my favorite part, not the parts that were strenuous. Although those are good. Like I feel like pushing your body to the limit and then relaxing afterwards is like it's the same kind of thing as reaching a climax. Okay. Is not wanting to talk to people the main reason you want to start a business? Nope. Sheeple, the main reason I want to start a business is that in every single job I've ever had, all of the worst parts of the job were doing things that other people demanded I do because they deemed important, and all of the things I enjoyed doing were the things that I decided for myself were important. So autonomy is what I'm trying to say. I think there are probably many jobs out there that are that not many. Actually that's a lie. I would say I bet there are few jobs out there that allow for a great amount of personal autonomy where you decide what you're working on, what your project is, how it's constructed, the hours, the time, where everything is under your control. And that is what I seek, and I think owning a business gives you the quickest access to that, where it's you decide. I'm not saying that your decisions are always good. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that your customer base or your clientele might not have preferences and maybe you make compromises, but I'm saying the ultimate decision is up to you. Uh, Meow, meow, meow. You can leave, Oni-chan. The door is open. You're free to leave. Moon is going to move to Telegram. No rules. I'm not going to move to Telegram. Also, Telegram can be compromised just like anything. Can't lay down because I get bored. Burrows 386. Do whatever you want, but I think boredom is like. I don't know. I was going to say being bored is a good thing, but at the same time, I don't experience boredom. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. Look at me. I'm being a cat girl on the internet just telling lies. The only times I experience boredom is when I'm forced into the company of those who I don't want to spend company with, and then I have to listen to them, you know? Anyway, you could check out anytime, but you can never leave. No, Oni-chan, you can actually leave. There's an X button on your browser somewhere. You can close the tab. Tried meditation, never felt anything. Maybe I wasn't doing it right. Or maybe you were doing it right and it wasn't meant to feel like anything in particular. I only like doing the things I want to do. Water is wet. Does. Right? No, but like, yeah, right? Like, no. But I think different people have a different level of tolerance for doing the things that they don't want to do. And the other thing, not only that, is that some people take more agency in deciding to design their own lives and do the things they want to do over the things they don't want to, right? And it's like, I'm not telling anyone else how to live. If you want to work for someone, and because the other thing too is like everything has trade-offs, right? Being a business owner or being or having a position with freedom and autonomy also comes with responsibility and risk. You might fail. Something may go wrong and it may be entirely your fault. Whereas when you are in someone else's cocoon and they support you in this system, you're just one cog, one wheel in the machine, something like that. And if something goes wrong, it might not necessarily be your fault. The man in real guts, how are you? No, I don't particularly want advice on starting a business, and I've read all of this before, but thank you anyway, because maybe someone else in the chat can benefit from it. Yeah. Anyway, um, you want to feel like your opinion matters? Um, Not that it matters. I don't think that's the point. I don't think it's that, my opinion matters. It's more that, like, I just want to do what I want to do, right? I just want to make decisions. I just want to be responsible. I want to make decisions. Um, and I don't want to have to, like, so even though I'm still in the red, I've said it before, every dollar that I've earned through being self-employed has felt so much sweeter, so much better than any dollar that I've ever gotten from being on someone's payroll. And it doesn't make any sense because I got paid a lot more on someone else's payroll. And also, a dollar is a dollar. In fact, it's not. A dollar is a dollar, but there's also inflation. So technically, every dollar I've made being self-employed has literally been worth less than dollars I've made in the past when I was receiving a paycheck. But um the freedom that comes from it's like exhilarating. It makes me feel powerful, it makes me feel limitless, in a way that someone arbitrarily deciding that because you have this job title, these are the amount of dollary dues that I owe you. Something like that. You consume caffeine? Nope. You say I'm cooked for sleeping too little. You are. Oh wait, something else is happening in this chat that I missed. The Manny Max Acre. That's why I work as QA. If I get mad at my job, I can just complain about people doing a poor job all day. That sounds nice. You want validation. No, you want validation, Bilk Blick. You want validation, and I'm here to give it to you. Mm. I report them on my taxes, Oni-chan, because the IRS knows everything. Listening to others while pretending that I care bores me too. At least I feel achieved something. Okay. Yeah. Self-employed may often be more highly taxed too, but I agree it's so much sweeter. That's why I'm reading the book Daft Kaskamanin, by the way. I'm reading a couple of books. Actually, that's a lie. I've borrowed from the library a couple of books about self-employment and taxes. Um, because you can end up being more highly taxed if you're self-employed. I don't know. I feel like that's on purpose. I think it's about social control. They don't want you to work for yourself. They want you to work for the man. They want you to be a part of the big machine. Good morning, Shazina. How are you, little kitty? How you doing? We got raided? That's crazy. Oh, thank you, Shazina, for the raid. Sorry I'm late. I was reading chat very slowly. Good morning, Bridgeland 13. Good morning, Z-Hawk and 13. Good morning, Danimali Pepper. Meow, 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 meow. How was stream? What did you play? What did you do? Did you play Fortnite? Were you playing Fortnite? I see you now. I'm late. Good morning, Kai's Bullseye. Hi, 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 hi. Good morning, Bash 13. They do seem to hate the self-employed from what I hear. Yeah, because they don't want you to have freedom. They want you to go along with the flow of things. I have to move on, though. I've been talking for 30 minutes and the stream is supposed to be over already. Mountain Great Ninja 321. I'll go ahead and get started now. This is a good opportunity to get started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to all the kitty cats in the world. Thank you, and also thank you for tuning in to Love Talk with Mrs. Moonson. This is a daily talk show where a kitten who's smitten chats about love, life, and anime on a daily basis. Today is fucking Friday. It's Friendly Friday. It's Fujoshi Friday. What the heck was Friday? Oh, Filler Friday. That's right. Because every anime has their filler episodes. And, I was struggling to plan the themes of the week. And I was like, what the heck do I do on Fridays? So this is the filler episode. On this day, I read and respond to marshmallows. Yeah. So, it could be Femboy Friday, but I'm not a femboy. Sorry to disappoint you. The femboys are somewhere else. Being arrested for tax fraud is also more common among self-employed people. I mean, I believe it because I think a lot of self-employed people feel robbed by taxes once they realize how the system, like, once they see how much the government takes. But that's because they don't understand taxes enough, because I don't know, taxes are, in the US anyway, are written in a way to be very confusing and have all this bureaucracy. But if you take the time to read and learn and understand, or just hire a really good accountant or tax attorney, you can find ways to lower your tax burden. This is the reason why a lot of leftists are always mad at the capitalists, because somehow multi-million dollar companies, a lot of the time hire very good accountants and tax attorneys and end up paying a lot less taxes, whereas the majority of the employed and small businesses, self-employed, that don't know these, I hate to call them loopholes because they're not really loopholes, they're more like incentives. um yeah, a lot of people don't know the incentives, so yeah. Taxes are easy. I do my own taxes. Okay. Anyway. Does Moon still do the roleplay thing? Kinda. Warren Buffett says he pays less taxes than his secretary, and I believe him because um so I don't wanna I won't say too much, but basically, if you can make the government think that you are a benefit to society, that your business is a benefit to society in some way, um, you can pay less taxes. And whether or not that's true, whether or not you actually are a benefit to society. I'm not saying. I'm not, Anyway, w- Anyway, we gotta get to the rest of the show. So first things first, anime of the day. I haven't been watching much anime. But today I was in the mood for some, so everyone will recognize this one. It's a familiar one. The meowing raccoon tummy rubs. Everybody know this anime, right? This is the one. This is a good anime, right? I started reading Meditations, by Marcus Aurelius, right? And it's guys, it's just like anime. It's basically the same thing. It's practically the same thing. I haven't gotten to the meat of it yet. I'm still reading the introduction to it, and it's going over the history, right? So who was Marcus? Setting out the context, right? How he became something like the king philosopher that his idol spoke about. Learning a little bit more about the history of philosophy, and when I say a little, I mean just like barely skimming the surface, and more and more and more. Anyway, why has no one turned it into an anime actually, right? I think they should turn it into I think they should turn it one of the best light novels of its era. Man, I just got to the part where, like, in this particular introduction, where they're discussing, like, whether or not this is considered a diary or a treatise or like some other type of text, and I'm like, dude, this dude, he was journaling. He was journaling and shit. Is there fan service in this anime? Very little. I do believe he references his own wife like maybe once or twice. Anyway, I like it. Read it if you want to read it. Don't read it if you don't want to read it. I'm not your boss. The question of the day that I have for you is, do your beliefs or your actions define you? Or is it something else entirely? Are you your beliefs or your actions, or do you think you're something else? Is it something? I was thinking about this today, right? Who are you? No pantsu? Max Aker, I think there's some waifu pantsu in there. I don't know though. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Actions. Okay. Actions, no question. Actions are a result of my beliefs. Actions speak louder than words. You are your memories and your consciousness. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I like that answer. Hmm. Actions. All of the above, probably actions. I also like Oni-chan's answer. My actions are the result of are a result of my beliefs, because I feel like that is not the case for a lot of people. A lot of people hold certain beliefs, or at least say they do, and then their actions are the exact opposite. Myself included, by the way. I think that I have I think I behave inconsistently with my beliefs a lot of the time. And right now I'm trying to go through the process of unlearning the actions of like denying myself. I feel like I've been operating as a sheep for so long, doing the things that I was told to do even when I didn't believe them myself or I didn't want to do them. So yeah, I think maybe yeah, starting my own business is kind of like maybe the ultimate expression of that. But then I also thought about it like, are do our interests and our do our interests become our like our self? Like I don't understand what I am. I don't know what I am. I don't know what people are. This is way too complicated of a question to actually put a good response here. Don't make me drop a Google Doc. You don't have to drop the Google Doc now. You can work on it for homework and then submit it later. I prefer Pastebin though. Use it Pastebin or something similar. I don't like opening Google Docs. It's a facade you present, which is mostly formed by your actions. You can mold it a bit. Those people are known as hypocrites, Moon. Yep, I'm a hypocrite. For example, I say I don't want to be a degenerate, and then I goon to degenerate things. And then I say that, like, I want to be a businesswoman, but instead I girl rot in bed all day and cry and whine because my tummy hurts. Those are just two examples. There's a lot of ways I'm a hypocrite. I gotta think of more, but there's tons of ways. Beliefs 100%. Okay. Good morning again, rainy day. I said it already, but I said it again. What's mute? Drop the dock. Yeah. Manning Chow Mein. If you don't act on your belief, it's just cope. I gotta think about that. Oh yeah, the belief is cope, right? I think, or something like that. But I mean, I feel like that's like very simplifying. I think someone else brought this to my attention in a YouTube comment today, talking about how, like, if you live in North Korea and you believe in, like, freedom, acting on your belief in freedom may result in your death. And this is related to the anime of the day because a lot of the philosophers and the thinkers were killed for their beliefs. So maybe not a lot, but relative to the number that are talked about, a lot of the ones whose story got propagated were the ones who ended up being martyrs in a way, who were killed because of believing wrongly, incorrectly. My tummy hurts again though, by the way. Goon Max. I'll cheat and say we're defined by our actions, but our actions are defined by our beliefs. But it's not always true, and why is that? So what am I, right? I don't know, right? So, like, I say I want the hermetic life. I want to be hermetic life, I mean. I want to be alone. I want to be solo. And yet, I like talk to people on Steam or in the Discord or whatever. That's like inconsistent. So I guess some of us are honorable men and some of us are hypocrites. Come on in, big boss. It's definitely cancer. And also, I think that you know what? Not going back to the other topic before, not getting enough sleep or sunlight or fresh air or exercise or like healthy foods is probably why I feel like I have cancer, even if I don't. But I don't know that I don't. I might. Do not think, be your mental emotions. We are mainly driven by emotions. Everything is a choice. Those are some words, okay. Maybe you're lying to yourself. Do you actually want to be proper or you just want to be perceived that way? If you're talking about gooning and stuff, okay, I'll tell you what. If I wanted to be perceived as proper when it comes to being addicted to degenerate content, then I wouldn't talk about it publicly on the internet, right? I would just like pretend that I was innocent or something like that. The reason why I want to be proper is because even though I experience a lot of pleasure in the moment of gooning activity, by the way, women can experience multiple orgasms, by the way, back to back to back. Like, it can happen. So, like, I think that adds a different dimension to gooning, right? It's like we can edge as well, but it's different. Anyway, this will this might have to go on Patreon now. but the reason I say that though is because, like, gooning is pleasurable, but how I feel about myself afterwards is less pleasurable. And again, is that because of like how I perceive how I think other people will perceive me? Not necessarily, because the only reason anyone knows is because I keep talking about it. So like if my worry was, "Oh no, people are going to think I'm bad," then I would just not talk about it. And then no one would think I'm bad for doing it, right? So I think it's something else. I think I feel hollow and empty and disturbed. I feel like disconnected from my body, and I feel like I don't know, I get this feeling. Actually, it's changed. When I was 14, the first time that I like did that thing, yeah, did it while knowing what I was doing. Um, I felt so disgusted afterwards. I literally like had to go to the toilet to like vomit, right? And I think that has to do with maybe religious brainwashing. I don't know. Maybe that has to do with religious brainwashing. It's meant to be a partner activity. Give me on the X count. Um, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the answers to everything. I'm just saying that, like, okay. Anyway, let's do the marshmallows. Nothing is really meant when it comes to biological evolution. Ryu, I actually agree with that. And that brings me to Epicureanism, apparently. But I don't know enough of the philosophy, but I tend to agree that things are kind of random, and that we just like a lot of people just like order, so they try to make the world into something that's orderly. But let's not go there. Let's just do the marshmallows. It's already been 50 minutes. That's some pretty heavy shame over gooning. Yup, it gets worse. There's been times where I've cried. Anyway, what do you think about the fact that 18% of American women aged 18 to 24 are all actively posting on OnlyFans? First of all, is that true? Wow, 18%, that's a lot. 1 in 5 women have fatherless behavior. I would say that I don't think about this all that often, but now that I'm thinking about it now, I would say something about the irony of feminism. I feel like feminism tried to tell us that women are more than sexual objects, and they can be full human beings and people and all this stuff. And then um it turns out, and that our value is not derived from it, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but I believe that feminism sometimes tries to assert that women have value outside of their sex appeal. And I feel like this is proof that that's not the case. This is another, how do I say this? I'm not saying definitive proof, but what I'm trying to say is it's a cope to think that you decide your own value in a way. You can decide for yourself what makes you feel valuable, but others make value judgments of you, all the time, and that's just going to happen, right? And these women who are willing to capitalize on their sexual value shows that, like, yeah, just, I mean, I'm not saying that's all they're worth, but to some people, they are sex objects, whatever. Anyway, it's me, the Proverbs guy, with some more Proverbs. There's a special place in hell. It's really hip, very exclusive. Thank you, Anonymous. You, Anonymous. I'm sorry for being the cancer in your tummy. You can cut me out if you'd like. Probably better off without me. Wow, this got kind of deep and dark. I've thought about this before. Because, like, you guys know I have a mental illness. That's why I'm a VTuber. um, and I've wanted in the past to, like, open up my skull and, like, take out the parts of my brain that are bad. But I feel like that's not going to work the way I think it's going to work. In the same way, when I have a tummy ache, sometimes I wish I could operate on myself and open my tummy. Come on and kiss and joy. How are you, little kitty? I don't know what AIPAC is. Can you tell me what that is, Max? Anyway. You remind me of the Riddler from Robert Pattinson's version of Batman. I don't watch. Is Batman part of Marvel? I don't watch this kind of thing. Can someone tell me what that means? Now, based on the title alone, Riddler, that sounds like this is an insult. Can someone tell me what what this marshmallow means? I think I'm being insulted. It's Disney. Oh, okay. My bad. American Israel Public Affairs Committee, a pro-Israel lobbying group. Ah, I see. Meow, 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 meow. Gonna Kermit brains to Walt from Moonson. Is Batman from Marvel? I don't know. It's all the same. It's WB. You're riddling and shit. What does that mean? DC. What does DC stand for again? Oh yeah, DC Universe Online. Is that the one? Oh, Batman's in that one. Detective Comics. Oh, I've no. You know what? I don't think I ever knew what it stood for. Thank you, random passerby. Is somebody gonna tell me what the Riddler is? What does it mean you're riddling? What does that mean? It's a villain that is like, solve my 4 riddles or the children's hospital will explode. Okay, they're referring to this or that. I got you now. I understand. District of Columbia. Good answer. Good answer. Just a villain that gives riddles to crimes. Okay. Thank you. I will take this as a compliment. I don't know if this was meant to be an insult, but I think it's funny. Have a good life. Why are these so dark today? Okay, thank you. I'm scared. It's owned by Warner. Oh, so it's gonna be Netflix. Batman's gonna be part of Netflix. Is that what you're telling me? Licensing rights and owner of the IP. Okay, those are 2 different things. I see. I wonder who sent this one. It's definitely Mamo. I suspect Mamo sends more than, I don't suspect. I know Mamo sends more than one usually, but saw the emojis and immediately wanted to fucking kill myself before you read this marshmallow. Okay, here we go. 'Tis the season for giving, and Hunty, you are giving. This Christmas ain't got no Santa Claus, but a Santa Claus. Bells on bobcats sing, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Mrs. Claus is handing out wonder and joy, and it's no wonder Mrs. Claus is such a gift. Nothing's better than a cool cat all wrapped up neat in a little bow. No Bowie is a part of this. Hee hee. This is really funny. Thank you, Mama. Funny. It's against the Geneva Convention. Oh, it probably should be. Come out and God Zoom 199. How are you? Anyway, keep slaying Hunty or whatever. I'm angry at you. Okay, Anonymous, that's fair. I'm angry at myself too. You wouldn't believe how angry I am at myself. It's pretty bad. Why are you so mean to only me? Meow meow. Did you miss the stream? Not really. I'm still doing it. Um, this person, I don't. Okay, let me try to unpack this a little bit. Um, I think I'm pretty mean to most people equally. I don't think I'm. Am I specifically mean to you? Or is this some sort of bait? I don't understand this. Yeah, like Rio says, not sure who sent this, but I don't think Moon's exclusively mean to anyone in particular. Exactly. I think I'm mean in general. Moon, did you write this one? No. Don't unpack them. They deserve it. Schizophrenia marshmallows once again. I think it's yeah, Max Aker, that's where I was going. I'm not sure if this is schizophrenia. I think this is a psyop. I think this is meant to induce schizophrenia in me. I just learned that 40% of children from 8th grade and under cannot read. Are we cooked? Is it over? Is this how the technocrats take over, using AI chatbots to start controlling our feeble minds? Um, well, I would be more concerned about people 8th grade and above and how literate they are, because think about it. Children from 8th grade and under goes all the way to 0. So I don't like it. I don't know the distribution of like ages. Is it perfectly even? Are there just as many 1 week-year-olds as there are 8th graders, as there are 3rd graders and first? You know what I mean? So are you just talking about? And are you talking about grade school entirely? But yeah, any decline in literacy is probably concerning. I can't say for sure that we're cooked or that it's over. What I can say though is that they might be cooked and it might be over for them. So I think as long as you can read and you can write this, things might be looking good for you, because maybe you'll be in a position to enslave some of these children once they're older. Good morning, Tom the smart cat. As for AI chatbots, I had a dream, a romantic dream about a robot. Send them to the coal mines. Stupid kindergartners can't read. It's over. Reading is cooked. You should be concerned because the stats are still getting worse. Thank you for saying the word distribution and explaining what that means. I don't know. I didn't explain it. I'm just saying stuff. Anyway. Times always get better with the passes of time, believe it or not. Okay. Unlikely to be true, as literacy is traditionally measured. This is more about limited reading comprehension, which has probably always been present among a certain subset of the population. That said, it'd be foolish to rule out the possibility that literacy could decline for various reasons. I agree, I agree, I agree. I think in addition to the concern about literacy declining, I think what you said about like reading comprehension and critical thinking, that's what I'm more concerned about having decline, especially as we give up our thought process to machines. But whatever, I don't know if it's worthwhile to spend time like worrying about it if you're not going to do anything about it. And I don't know that I'm going to do anything about it, so I probably shouldn't worry too much. do you get it? Do you get that anxiety about people not messaging you? They're not talking to me because they hate me, or they never liked me in the first place. This is an interesting marshmallow because I get the exact opposite. I get the exact opposite, I think. So I actually never experience anxiety about people not messaging me. I only experience anxiety about people messaging. So like whenever I have like an unread text message or Discord DM or Twitter DM or YouTube comment or something like that, that's where the anxiety is. Like an unopened email, oh god, I'm sweating bullets. When people are not talking to me, I always, this is probably like not a true thing, bias. I always imagine them like happily enjoying their life, and I don't take it personal. I don't think to myself like she didn't text me because she hates me. I think to myself, oh, she didn't text me because she was busy having fun, doing other things, and I'm happy for her. So yeah, I think that the less people message me, the happier I am in general. Um, I feel humanity is reading more than ever now that things are all digital. Actually, Tarsal, you bring up a good point as well. Probably numbers wise, you could be correct that maybe more humanity is reading now than ever before because the population, like the global population, has it ever been this high for like humans? I'm pretty sure there are more humans now than there ever have been before. I mean, not literally, because I don't know about the fluctuation. But yeah. Are you a dunce? Yes, penguin soldier. Good morning to you as well. I only get anxious about phone calls. Yeah, phone calls are terrible. I'm invested heavily in AI. I am doing something about it. Nice, nice, nice. We're at like 8 billion. Maybe. Similarly, there's more slavery now than ever. It's crazy. 50! Thank you for saying those words. I hadn't thought about that before. That never occurred to me before. That's really interesting. Success, that's not true. I know you're being facetious, though. Slavery has existed all over the place for a long time. Um, I think it's just that the United States or what is it? The African transatlantic slave trade was like particularly inhumane, maybe, but I don't know. I don't even know if that's true because I don't know enough history to say for sure. And I wasn't there, believe it or not. I've only been around for like a handful, well, a couple of handfuls of years. Right? I I haven't been around for all of the ages, so who knows? Some jobs are slavery. Believe that. Yeah. Yeah. Slavery still is a pretty much most is legal though. Antarctican penguin cartels. That sounds like a good name for an anime. Kamani Sensen 05. Okay, anyway, we continue. Only two more. It's been another week. The blood moon rises and falls soon. Hope your days have been filled with less toddler screams and with more sleep instead. Ah, me too. Ah, me too. I too wish my days were filled with more sleep and less toddler screams. You don't understand. It's driving me crazy. And when I was reading some of the Marcus Aurelius stuff, one of the things he believes in is that um we should evaluate things objectively, right? And note just the facts and not attribute anything to it. So instead of saying these children are ruining my life, it's just these children are making noise. And the addition of the emotion, that the opinion, the interpretation that it's ruining my life is what's ruining my life or something like that. And I'm just like, man, stoicism is gaslight. This is social control. And then in there too, since we're talking about slavery, by the way. Actually, I don't want to get into it, but I do think religion and philosophy are they're tools of social control. But Kind of thought you were an ancient immortal being, to be honest. True, I'm like 900 years old, more or less. Isn't he related to Julius Caesar? Is he? I think I read something about Julius Caesar, but I don't remember if it was that they were related. I don't remember what I read exactly. There was a lot of names. The only thing I remembered is that I want to read more of Epictetus. How do you say his name? Epictetus. Epictetus. I want to read more of him, the guy that I mentioned in like 2 this or that's ago, or 3 ago, who wrote Discourse, because apparently he was like one of the major influences on Marcus Aurelius. And you know what? I also realized that these are the guys who are my followers from Twitter, because the accounts that I follow on Twitter, they usually give advice from the Stoics, from the ancient Stoics. So it's like, it's like full circle. So I feel like I watched an anime about my dad today. I'm saying a lot of words. You were fun. I don't think you could call this. I don't think you could call this fun, but whatever you want it to be. Yeah. Stop. We went over an hour. This is blasphemous. Anyway, remember we're all rooting for you, so keep at it. Every step, no matter how tiny your paws are, is still a step. I hope you do more therapy Thursdays in the future. Meowing for 40 minutes does not count. I thought you liked it. I thought you guys liked it when I meowed. Was I mistaken? Yeah. Yeah. Always be here if you ever need me, little moon. Okay, thank you. The man in silver wolf. It was peak. It counts. Did he have a daughter? Apparently, Marcus Aurelius had 13 children, but many of them did not survive. And then his one son was a disappointment. His one son, what was his name? Commandus or something? You know what? I bet it's because he gave his son a stupid name. How are you gonna be called? How is your name gonna be Marcus and then you name your son Commodus? Like, what the fuck? What kind of name is that? And then his son became a heathen. It's 1 a.m. for me. Good meowing. She's not stepping anywhere. Meow, 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 meow. I forgot women didn't count as people back then. Meow, 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 meow. You should look into Rudolf Steiner. You'll probably like him. Okay, I'll write that down. Literally gonna write it down. I have a notebook in front of me and a pencil. Okay, let's read this one. This is the last one. Hey, Mama. I just learned a little fun factoid. Did you know that women's mouths have a higher pH than men's? Women's mouths are naturally more acidic, as almost every toothpaste out there are men's toothpaste. Kinda interesting, huh? Unironically, this is the most interesting thing. This is so interesting to me because I've been thinking that this was a feature of my cancer. I thought it was, oh, I definitely have throat cancer because my mouth feels more acidic lately than it usually does. But but all along it's because I'm being poisoned. It's a ploy by Big Toothpaste to poison all the women and um turn us gay. That's yeah. They lie and spew venom from their words. Men lie too. Men lie too. You know how many men get on Twitter and pretend to be black? That's a lot of them, by the way. Anyway, or is that Reddit? Also, this means women's mouths are literally more toxic. He. Brittany was trying to tell us for years. With a taste of your lips. I'm on a ride. You're toxic. I'm slipping under. With a taste of a poison paradise. I'm addicted to you. Don't you know that you're toxic? I feel like this one is subliminal. Are you trying to tell me that I'm toxic? I already knew that. I know I'm toxic. He was warning big toothpaste this whole time. I promise you guys I didn't pre-read this, but this is funny. Anyway, that's it for the marshmallows. I'm done today. The song is about a man seducing her. Oh, got it. This means kissing men makes your mouth more based. Are you suggesting that I start kissing men arbitrarily, Luxafate? Wait. Wait a minute. I don't want to do that. I don't want to start a kissing booth. That's super gay. 1 hour and 10-minute stream progress. Women have acid spit. This explains a lot. Yeah. It does like plus 25 damage or something. I gotta go. Here's the quote. The remedy to anxiety is taking the first step. Yeah, with my little paw, taking some steps. Blah. I don't know where I stole that from, by the way. See ya. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out with me for 1 hour and 11 minutes. This was a stream that went on way too long, but I guess I had a lot on my mind, so it was fun to chit chat and yada yada yada. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, for Sugoi Nani Desu Saturday, also known as What the Fuck Saturday. Don't know what we're gonna do. Hope you have a great day. I love you. Goodbye. Bye, kitties. See you next time.